We're live now.
Cool. We are live now. What is going on, everybody? It is Tank Top Day here at Warrior Business.
It
Both the
is,
team and
isn't
I
it? So
are
it
in
is.
tops.
What does
Yes.
yours say? Mine says breaking boundaries.
Mine says hard times breed hard people. And it's got a portrait from the Battle of Belleau Wood with a U.S. Marine stabbing somebody in the heart. Um,
Nice.
and uh, but the forget the picture, the theme, hard times breed hard people. It's kind of the theme for today's show, right?
It is. It is. You're a
We're going to
bit
talk
red,
about,
Chris. You're a bit red. Am I as red as you? I've been out on the beach this morning before we do this.
I live in Southern California. It's
I
sunny.
guess. I guess.
Um,
Right.
so
Anyway, here we go.
we're going to talk about what to do if you have a bad launch, meaning you go out there, you develop your product, you create a webinar, you contact everybody in their name, you spend money on Facebook ads, and then when it comes to buying, you get crickets.
Crickets.
Nobody buys. So what do we need to do when that happens? Because it does happen, and it happens quite a bit.
It does. You have to not, well, there's a lot of things you need to do. Number one, you need to not have a sad on. You absolutely can't have a sad on. You can go and cry in the corner, but you get 2 seconds, 2 seconds. And then you need to turn that frown upside down. And I mean that, turn your frown upside down and then just take a step back and say, why did I mess up? What went wrong? Was it me? What do I need to change? But absolutely do not give up and do not throw in the towel, because it's not the end. It's part of the process. And you have to get used to it, because you are going to get knocked back way more often than people accept you. Way, way, way more often than people accept you. And it's okay. Maybe you just went after the wrong people. Maybe you didn't go hard enough. Maybe you didn't have a clear message. There's a million things that might not have worked. Maybe it was the wrong time of year. You just don't know. But you can't give up. You have to try again and again and again.
You do. You definitely do. And that's the thing. Um, you know, a lot of times when people talk about business, particularly online business, people try to deliver this kind of clean and clinical view of how things are supposed to work, right? So you develop this crazy funnel, and it's got this amazing headline on it, and then they go to the next page, and then there's a upsell, and then there's a downsell, and there's all these things that you're working on. But the truth is this: business can be a messy business, right? It's not as simple as there is no such thing as like a push button business. Not everybody's going to buy. In fact, 99% of people aren't going to buy, right? 99% of people aren't going to buy. And a lot of times they need a bit more exposure to you before they're actually going to pull out their wallets and spend their hard-earned money, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think, I mean, we're having a little bit of a change of heart as well in respect to the amount of content that you should be putting out there too, because you are trying to build these relationships with people. You are trying to build trust with, build up trust. You are trying to form a relationship so that you have conversations with people rather than going in there for the hard sell. And with the very recent algorithm changes in Facebook and Instagram as well, it is difficult now to make contact with people. Plus, the competition is just growing and growing and growing and growing. There are so many people on all of these social media platforms. People are inundated with messages. And if people's lives are anything like mine, I'm really busy. I really can't be asked day in, day out, going through and flipping through Facebook or any of the other social media platforms. They get some of my attention, but they absolutely don't get my undivided attention. So I need to know you. That you need to have done something at some point in time to have piqued my interest, to have me going back and revisiting your page. And these are things that I think people need to focus on. You really need to focus. And I think we said it yesterday, you really, really need to focus now on relationship building to be able to build the relationship with people so that you can go out there and you can have them asking what you've got to offer them rather than you going out there with a hard sell. Otherwise, your launches are going to be poor. But let a poor launch fire you up. Let it fire you up to say, I'm not letting this get me down. I'm going to use this and then I'm going to move on.
Yeah. And here's the thing, when it comes to content, this is what we don't want. This is what we've always been against. We've always been against just publishing content every single day, just to publish content, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. What you need to be focusing on content wise, you need to be focusing on good evergreen pieces of content that are going to last you for a long time. Something that you could post up on LinkedIn that's going to make you a thought leader. Something that you could put up on YouTube that's going to bring people in. I've published thousands of videos on YouTube, right? I've published thousands of videos on YouTube. I will tell you that 3 of them are responsible for most of the leads I've ever gotten for my fitness business. There was an instructional video on squatting. There was a video on how skinny guys can put muscle on. And then there were some videos on ulcerative colitis. Those 3 videos out of the thousands of pieces of content that I published on YouTube have been responsible for most of the leads I've ever gotten in my fitness business and most of the money I've ever made in my fitness business. And so you need to get this idea out of your head that you need to stay relevant because a lot of really crappy content isn't going to make you relevant. What's going to make you relevant are those really good evergreen pieces that really, really capture you as a thought leader. And that's what you need to focus on.
Yeah, it's quality. It is quality. And you can share the same piece of quality again and again and again. You could actually have a month's worth of posts and you could just turn them over and turn them over and turn them over because the same people are not going to see them again. So you could do that. You don't need to be sitting 24/7 creating new pieces of content. You absolutely don't need to be doing that. I got one piece yesterday that went up on LinkedIn and it was just, I just got comments, like loads of comments and loads of people watching it. And there was nothing special about the piece of content yesterday. Okay, it was giving a bit of advice, but there was just nothing particularly special about it. So I want to tell you that there's rocket science behind the kinds of the pieces of content that are going to be viewed, but there really isn't. But you've got to stay away from the junk. You've got to stay away from wasting your time as well. You have to make sure that you're putting the quality pieces out there. And as I said, you can regurgitate them. That's the word I'm looking for, isn't it? Yeah. Repeat, 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 repeat. Doesn't need to be new stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's the beauty of it. So when you're doing your content strategy, think about what's going to be evergreen. Think about things that you could potentially repost and things like that. And then think about how they coincide with your strategic content. When I say strategic content, those are your lead generators. Those are the things that are bringing people in as far as people you're actually going to do business with, right? Your webinar, your if you've got a giveaway or something like that. And then, once people have signed up, and let's say they've signed up, they've gone into your funnel, if they're not responding there, you can't just put them down. You can't just say, oh, hands off, we're not going to touch these people anymore. There's got to be a good amount of contact that you have to have with them afterwards. But again, it's not emailing them every single day, right? It's not constantly trying to shove whatever you're trying to do down their throat. It's got to be in a way that's going to help them and that is going to make them interested in hearing from you more. Because honestly, if I'm hearing from somebody every day and it's constantly about their new course or this or that, I really don't want to hear from them ever again.
Yeah, I'm going to unsubscribe. I can tell you right now, I unsubscribed from Grant Cardone because he was doing my head in. Absolutely doing my head in. Oh, he's bad. He's so bad. And I love Grant Cardone. I think he's great. I love to listen to him speak, but really, really bored with every day going into my inbox, and there was just tons of them.
Yeah.
And don't put people on lists as well and then keep switching them from lists. There's a guy called Ian Wyatt who's some kind of investment guy. Oh my God, he must have added me to about 100 different lists. Every time I unsubscribe, I get a message from a new Ian Wyatt account. Anyway, that's completely by the way. I think what we're saying here is do put a good amount of content out there. Just make sure it's quality content. Don't be spending ages trying to find the perfect quote and put the perfect quote on a graphic and stuff like that. I hate that stuff. It drives me nuts. Yeah. Absolutely drives me nuts. Don't spend ages doing that kind of stuff. And don't have a meltdown if your launch is bad. Just don't have a meltdown. It's a launch. You will have you'll have experience and a hell of a lot better to at least try these things to not try them at all.
Yeah. Well,
got to be a risk taker, guys.
Yeah. Go back to the drawing board, see what went wrong. And here's the other thing. Don't be afraid to try new things. If you've been, going with Facebook ads for a while, don't be afraid to go over and try to make connections on LinkedIn. Don't be afraid to try YouTube out or something like that. But the other thing I'll say, and this is kind of a dichotomy, is don't jump from thing to thing intermittently just because it didn't work out the first time. To build up a consistent following, to build up a consistent audience, it takes time and it takes a lot of hard work. Right? So, give things time to develop. Don't let yourself act out of desperation.
Don't throw the towel in. Do not throw the towel in. Just keep going. You'll get there. And I think if you dig in, you will definitely get there. You're going to face hard times, but you're going to face hard times in absolutely everything that you do. But just be grateful for what you're learning and just keep going.
Absolutely.
That's all I've got to say today. Dig in, get it done, turn your frown upside down. It'll be good.
Absolutely. And yeah, that's the message every day. Dig in, keep going, right? For those of you who want to learn more about what we do here at Warrior Business, head over to www.warriorbusiness.net. If you're over on our private Facebook group and you've been with us for a while, we've been talking about this, but listen, guys, don't sit there and just, listen and chase content and things like that. We've offered many times to get on with you guys to help you out, to develop a blueprint for your products. Get on a call with us. It's on these calls, you will leave with a real blueprint for how to move forward with your product, for how to move forward with your business. And honestly, everybody who's come on with us has left with something immensely valuable. So if you're interested in that, we'll put some links below where you guys can take advantage of that. Cool. Awkward pause.
Okay. Yeah, I'm having a bit of an email issue, an internet issue over here. I'm just letting you finish off.
Cool. All right. Well, that's all we got, guys, and we'll be back at you tomorrow with some more awesome stuff.
See ya. Bye. Dig in. Don't give up.